Hey everybody, I'm back on a cold Sunday. If you're living near where I am, it is snow wall to wall. So let's do a yummy treat. It's gonna be so gooey and warm to warm you up. I had plans for another one this week, but snow kind of prohibited me from going and getting some of the ingredients I need. So this week we're gonna do pecan cinnamon buns. Is that what I was calling them? Yep, caramel. Actually, I was calling it, what was I calling? Caramel pecan rolls. I can't talk. So what you guys are going to start with is a large 9-inch microwavable pie plate. You're going to go ahead and give it a spritz with cooking spray. Boop, boop. You're going to put 1/4 cup butter into the pie plate. And we're going to melt it. We're going to put it in for 35 seconds, and then we're going to check on it. You need to get it completely melted, but we don't want to be boiling it up and over. So while we're waiting for that, we are going to get a 1/2 cup firmly packed brown sugar, 2 tablespoons of light corn syrup, and we'll put that in with our tablespoon when we get there, 2 tablespoons of heavy cream, and a 1/2 cup of chopped pecans. If mine look a little light, that's because it's peanuts, because that's all I had in the cupboard. But this is really usually made with pecans. But if you prefer peanuts, you go ahead and do that. Actually, I had to chop them myself, too. Okay, so let's get a spoon out. Big spoon. Our butter, we're going to swirl it around the plate. Not quite melted yet. We're going to do it 25 seconds. Point being, you're just going to microwave this. It's probably 40 to 60 seconds total, but you need it completely melted because then we're going to add all other topping bits, because then we're going to microwave them for a minute, and then we'll put the pecans on. We'll put everything but the pecans in, microwave it for a minute, get it all, start that caramelization, then we'll put our pecans on, and then we'll head to the cinnamon rolls, which you're going to need a can of Grand's biscuits. Okay, once your butter is completely melted, stir that around, make sure it covers the whole bottom of the pie plate. We're going to add our 1/2 cup packed brown sugar. We're going to add our 2 tablespoons of heavy cream. Blub, 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 blub. Now we get our 2 tablespoons of light corn syrup. This stuff can be a pickle. Get out of the jar. There's 1 tablespoon. Like I said, sometimes it can be a pickle, especially when you're low. Okay. Probably gets a little better when you're not down at the bottom of the bottle, but hey, on a day when you're snowed in and you're looking for ingredients, okay, here we scrape out the other tablespoon. So it's 2 tablespoons of light corn syrup. Try to give that a swirl around. Get all your brown sugar started to mix in with the butter. If you see me looking up a little bit, that's because I have the football game on mute. Trying to get some of that corn syrup off of there. Okay, we're going to pop this in for a minute. And while we're waiting, you're going to need 2 bowls. And in one of them, you're going to put 2 tablespoons of butter, and we'll melt that here in a minute. In the other one, you need a 1/3 cup of packed brown sugar, and a 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon. There we go. You're going to get that mixed up. It smells so cinnamony. Okay, we're going to set those back to the side here in a minute. But that's something we can be doing while we're waiting on that to start cooking up. Darn automatic update things trying to pop up. Okay. Yes. Since we get this out, we're going to pop our butter in, 2 tablespoons of butter in to melt. See, it's starting to get yummy and caramely. So we're going to pop this in for 30 seconds while we work on this. And we're going to go ahead and take our 1/2 cup of pecans, or whatever nut you prefer, and put it in an even coating over this. And we're going to set it right here to the side, because as soon, we're going to start a little assembly line. You need your can of refrigerated buttermilk biscuits. I usually go for Grands. It's got the flaky layer buttermilk. But if you go for original buttermilk, that's fine. You're going to need 5 of them. Okay. So get your melted butter out and have your cinnamon here, because you're going to take a biscuit at a time. Biscuit at a time. We're going to roll it in the butter every side. Then we're going to make sure we get a good coating of it. And put it right onto our pie plate. Like I said, you're only going to need 5 of the biscuits, so you'll have some extra if you want to do a second batch, or just go ahead and bake those. You arrange your cinnamon rolls, I call them cinnamon rolls, you arrange your caramel pecan rolls, the biscuits, in a 5 with the middle being open. Okay, there's a timeout. It's gooey and messy, but it's a whole lot of fun. 3. If you run out of butter, go ahead and melt yourself like another tablespoonful, because the rolls do have to get covered. Okay. But it usually works out to just the right amount. Okay. Last roll. Scooping up the last of the butter. Set that bowl off to the side. Let's put this up here to show you. This is how you're going to want it. And whatever cinnamon, brown sugar, cinnamon you have left, to go ahead and put it over the top of your rolls. Now we're going to put this in the microwave for 5 minutes to start with. Let me just make sure that's right. Yeah, we're going to put it on high for 5 minutes to start with, and then we're going to check on it. It shouldn't take too much longer than that. Let me go wash my hands and I'll be right back. Ooh, Denver got up. Field goal. And yes, you will hear me periodically go, yay, if Denver scores. Okay. We are doing this pretty much 5 to 7 minutes. We just want to make sure they're cooked. They're not going to be crispy or anything. They're just going to be nice and gooey. And you will probably be left with a couple extra biscuits for, baking or doing it again or whatever you might want to do. I will return those to refrigerator, and you're going to need a large plate now, because as soon as these come out and are done, so we're going to test them after 5 minutes. Might have to do them an extra minute or 2 if they still look doughy. But as soon as they're done, we're going to put this plate on top of it and flip them over so that they can come out. You might need your spoon to pull them out a little bit. If you let them cool in the pie plate too long, they're going to be gooey, so they're not going to be as easy to flip out and look nice on your little plate. Hope everybody's staying warm. I know it's crazy snowy out. Boy, you should see that we have some wild snow formations around here, because we live on a farm, and it's kind of really windy where we live. There are the craziest drifts. I'm like, till they got the skid loaders out and were cleared us paths, I was waiting in drifts up to my butt. The one time I went to my knees, didn't think I was getting out of the drift. Because you're there stuck in the drift going, I can't move. It was crazy. If anybody was wondering, I know I said the other week how Elsa wasn't feeling so good, my little kitty co-star. She's doing really good. She had fluids and steroids, and it really perked her appetite up. Now I think we've got her on the right track diet-wise. She says hi. No, she doesn't want to say hi. Say hi. She's like, Mom, why you put me through this? But she's down there bopping around, being so cute. My cinnamon back in the cupboard. Start to clean up my mess. I guess I'm kind of hyper because it's 17-9. Denver's beating the Patriots at halftime. So here's hoping the second half goes good. Oh, you should see these. They are puffing up. So cute and nice right now, and we still have 2 minutes left. But you want to do them the full time because yes, they'll puff up, but they need to cook through. They will be gooey when you eat them, but hey, that's what a good caramel pecan roll is. Nice and gooey, ooey, ooey. What do we got? 1:46, and then we're gonna check it again. Ooh, you guys should smell this. It smells so good. Oh, those look phenomenal. I got the flaky biscuits just because that's the kind I like. As long as they're like a flaky or original biscuit, that's what I got. I actually got these at the local grocery store the other day because it was a deal on a 3 for $5. Really couldn't beat that. Oh, so, okay. I know we only have like a minute and some left, but we might have to do it again. Sorry about the glare. Sun's really coming in our breakfast nook window. How about the crazy Doctor Who news? On one hand, yes, I'm glad Moffat's leaving. It's time. He has other things he's doing. He needs to give it to somebody who's going to concentrate on Doctor Who. But on the other hand, really, you gotta get in one last dig at the fans, who I really don't even think he likes anymore. But at times I think he treats the fans as a giant joke. No new Doctor Who this year, really? Get your last series through, give us a Christmas special, and we can get the new guy in. I know some people have said they haven't cared for Chris's episodes of Doctor Who that he did. I like dinosaurs on a spaceship. It was adorable. So I'm excited for his potential. You can't tell me otherwise. Because I won't listen. Careful when these come out, you know, as per always, check and see if you're going to need hot pads. Hot. I'm going to do mine another minute. You'll be able to tell, like if you're poking them, careful because they are really hot right now. Not only is the biscuit going to be hot, caramel seems to get unnaturally hot, and have your plate at the ready because you're not even going to want to take this out of the microwave without your plate. Just get your hot pads if you need it, and I set this in corn syrup. But put your plate on top and flip it as you're coming out. Yeah, sure, they might not come out perfectly. You might have to get your spoon, but it'll help you get a better grip on your pie plate. 15 seconds till our caramel pecan rolls are done. Oh, and big shout out to another local YouTuber, Microwave Me Show. I have to pick on you because the snow was worse here than it was at your place. Okay, I don't know if you can see those, but I'm going to be showing them to you here soon. So go ahead, put your serving plate right like this, and careful because the pie plate is kind of hot. So if you need hot pads, go ahead and get them here. Flip careful with that, because if you're not careful when you try to slide your pie plate off of there, it's going to goo. Because I got a little bit of goo on my tray because I slid the pie plate over too far. Like I said, flipping is an imperfect, but awesome. Oh, yes. Okay, so the nuts got a little off to the side here, but you can scoot those back on your plate. Hot but good. Hot but good. But how good do these look? I'm going to turn this around so you can see it. We just made caramel pecan rolls in the microwave in under 20 minutes. Go ahead, get yourself a fork, and dive on in. Careful, because they are going to be a little hot. Oh yeah, those are perfectly cooked inside. You can see they are perfectly cooked. Careful, because it's still really hot, so you probably should wait a little bit. That is phenomenal. Well, I'm gonna go finish eating this, finish watching the football game, and get back out in the snow. You guys stay warm, stay safe, and I'll see you next week, and hopefully I'll get my ingredients that I was going to do in the first place. So go enjoy your caramel pecan rolls, share me with your friends, let's spread the word about this. I'll see you next week. Thank you. Oh, that was good.